Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do. As you see, I'm starting with a bare face. We're going to be doing a full face of application of Fenty Beauty. If you like makeup video reviews and full face of one brand in particular, give this video a like, and I invite you to join my YouTube family here by clicking that subscribe button. And without any further ado, let's dive in. I actually totally forgot that I was supposed to film this video. Most of these products I picked up back in December, and I totally realized that I've never used any of these products on camera, and I also never filmed a video. So today is the day. I'm excited to demo all these products, show you the application. Of course, we're going to talk about every single one of them. And at the end of this video, I will give you all my thoughts. So today's video is a full face of Fenty Beauty products. They do not even fit in my hands to show you guys. All that is ready to go. So let's get right into it. I do have one product from Fenty Skincare that I'll be using for you today. I actually do not have any skincare on my face except the eye cream. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys that I do have something going on right under my eye here. Like this area looks darker and it's kind of also irritated and has a little bit of texture. I think some of my active skincare got into this area and irritated my under eye. So just if you see this area, it's like, Eva, what's going on with your under eye today? You know what's going on. I want to start by prepping my skin and give it some hydration. And I'm going to be using this Fenty Skin Hydra Visor Invisible Moisturizer. This is a broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. I only have this small size. However, this product is available in two different sizes, and the packaging for the large one is actually refillable. This is a 2-in-1 sunscreen. It's a moisturizer that's lightweight and oil-free, and it also has very nice ingredients like wild watermelon, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid, and aloe vera. It seems like this is not only the SPF 30, that is a minimum that you should be using for your sunscreen. However, it also serves as a moisturizer, and it has some skin-loving ingredients. It actually feels really nice and lotion-like. That it does have a scent, but it is not overpowering. I would want to say on a scale to 1 to 10, it's probably like a good 5 or 6. It has given me a beautiful glow and it feels lotion-like, spreads out easily. It's definitely not oily, which I love. It has a really nice texture. This one feels really good. I feel like my skin is hydrated. Definitely gave me a beautiful glow. And I want to mention that I'm a combination oily skin. I do have a visible pores on my T-zone. My forehead is the oiliest. For my primer today, I'm going to be using this Mini Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. It says it's a shine stopping, pore diffusing primer. This smoothes the way for better foundation application, long wearing for instant retouch effect. This is how much product I'm going to be using. So it does say it has that special pink shade that is helping to even out the complexion. I do not really notice that. I definitely right off the bat noticed that it is smoothing, and I think it also toned down that shininess that I had from the SPF. Melted into my skin. I do not see any clumps. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using this Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. Mine is in the shade number 5. It's described light medium with warm yellow undertones. It says it's a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage tinted moisturizer that leaves the skin looking blurred and smooth. So we're looking for a light finish with natural coverage. Brand recommends to apply it either with your fingers like you would a moisturizer or a foundation brush. So I do not like use my fingers. You guys already know that I'm going to use my flat top brush. So far, you guys, I just have to say that it blends out really beautifully, and I'm getting a lot of very beautiful healthy glow. Of course, it's given that I applied all the products underneath it. I think I'm getting that glow from the SPF, which is really beautiful. It's blending with the brush really nicely. It takes a little bit of a time. So initial application, I was getting some streakiness here. However, right now, after buffing for a little bit, it actually blends with the brush really nicely. I really don't even feel like I have to retouch it with a sponge to get rid of streakiness. There are no streaks really. I did try this product on its own or with different type of primers and skincare, and I did not get this much glow. I think all the glow primarily is coming from the SPF moisturizer. It is definitely a lighter coverage. However, it did tone down some of my redness that I have going on my cheeks. For my concealer today, I'm using Bright Fix Eye Brightener. Mine is in the shade Seashell 03. This is described as neutral for light to light medium skin tones with pink undertone, hydrates, brightens, conceals with sheer to buildable coverage, delivering no makeup effect and long wearing formula. So we're looking for a light coverage with a natural finish. I'm actually going to use the product that I have on the back of my hand, and I'm just tapping this product in. So as much as I don't like doing it, but I don't think this brush is really working, I'm gonna tap it out with my finger. This consistency feels very liquidy. It's definitely a light coverage. That blended out okay, and I feel like it brightened up my under eye a little bit. And I'm gonna definitely try to build up this area, see if I can just staple it here and leave it. Long nails definitely also do not help in this situation. Let me see up close what's under my eyes. I definitely see that my under eye is nicely hydrated. However, it kind of settled into my fine lines here because it's such a thin product, and I also do not see any coverage. I actually see all my redness here, so I don't feel like it builds up. It's definitely a light coverage, and if you have something going on like darker circles or any type of discoloration, this is definitely not gonna cover. Today, guys, I have quite a few cream complexion products, and I'm gonna start with the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. Mine is in the shade 02 Butter Biscuit. This comes in 7 different shades and described as light as air, non-greasy cream bronzer that effortlessly melts into skin with a natural looking bronze, a sweat and water resistant formula. I'm gonna start applying it on my cheeks here. I really like the undertone. Looks pigmented, but it is not overly pigmented like some other textures that I've tried in cream bronzer formulas, and it blends out really easily, you guys. I'm just tapping it out and it's just like 1, 2, 3 and done. It's a very seamless blend, and it does have a little bit of glow. I'm really getting a lot of glow from all these products so far. So I think that if you are a normal to drier skin type, you would definitely enjoy these products. It says it's impossible to overdo. I think I'm agreeing with this statement, definitely. I redipped it a few times and I feel like the shade does not get overpowering. Okay guys, so the cream bronzer is applied. That was so easy, and I feel like the undertone is so nice. It does say it could be like contouring and / bronzing type of product. I think it's a little bit too glowy of a texture to be a contouring product. However, the shade could definitely work out if you use it as such. Next, a cream product that I'm going to be using is Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. Mine is in the shade Peach Face. Some of the statements here are light as air, non-greasy, instantly melts into your skin. You get a wash of color with a natural looking flush, sheer shade. I definitely agree with all the statements. It is definitely a sheer color. You definitely get a little like hint of the shade. I blended out the blush on both sides, and it really gave me like just a hint of color. It doesn't look anything like this. It's not as intense as if you would see it here in the pan. So to set my cream bronzer and add a little bit more concentration of a bronze color, I'm going to be using Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade In the Sun 01. Matte finish, long wearing formula, and also transfer resistant. I'm going to use this bronzer to set my cream bronzer just on the perimeter of my face. Just staple it like this. As far as the shade, I think it actually is beautiful. The undertone is spot on. However, it's very light. It's also pretty firmly pressed. There's not a lot of fallout, or I should say like really no fallout at all. Now I would like to continue with a powder product. I'm going to be using a Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Powder Foundation. Mine is in the shade 170 for light skin with cool undertones. This powder foundation comes in 50 shades, or it's a really nice range. A light as air, again, a long wear powder foundation that gives you light to full coverage with a soft matte finish. I don't feel like I'm getting additional coverage. I feel like it just kills the shine. It definitely feels light, and I feel like I'm getting a smoothing effect here, and it's not powdery at all. I really like how thin it is. It really feels and looks like a really nice finishing powder. I would like to continue with a product that is actually meant to be a highlighter. However, the shade is a little bit deeper for my skin tone, so I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow. This is a Killer Watt Foil Freestyle Highlighter, and I have mine in a shade Sandcastle. It does have a slight pink but taupey undertone. I really like the embossing here, so I'm like trying to go on the outer portion of the pan so I don't ruin the embossing. swipe it on my lid, and oh my god, this is beautiful, you guys. Do you guys see what I see? This is so pretty. And I'm just gonna blend the edge, blend it into my lid like that. However, I really wish this shade would work out for me as a highlight. For my mascara, I'm going to be using this little guy here. This is a full frontal volume lift and curl mascara. This mascara has a lot of different statements. A flat to fat brush. The fat side is supposed to load and lift lashes, and then the flat side define and curl your lashes. Here's the difference. 3 layers of mascara here and only 1 layer on the bottom lashes, which I thought it was pretty easy to apply on my lower lashes because a lot of mascaras give me trouble. So I don't think this is the easiest wand to use. However, I really think that the sides make a difference. The flatter side does help you with the volume, and then the thinner side definitely helps you with separation. And I think that this hold is really nice, how it holds that C curl to my lashes. Hey guys, I did not have eyebrow products or an eyeliner from Fenty Beauty, so I used different products to finish off those, and products will be listed for you in the description box. I'm going to be using this lipstick, soft matte formula in the shade MVP. This is a lipstick that is a refillable, so you would buy color bullet separately and then the case comes and sold separately. I actually did show it to you guys in one of my videos how to put this together. This is just such a classic, beautiful red shade. This is a semi-matte formula that is very pigmented. It's very creamy. It's super comfortable on lips. I do have a very wrinkly lips, and I feel like it does not accentuate anything. I do really like the formula. Now let's get into my final thoughts. That this look came out very holiday-like. I know we're only in August, but this is totally something that I could wear around Christmas time. So let's briefly talk about everything. I really like how my makeup look came out. It looks very, very skin-like. Everything is just melted into my skin. All the texture, all these complexion products are really what they say they are. Most of them described as light as air, melt into skin, and I really think that that's a true statement. Pretty much liked everything, but let me go and briefly talk about every single product in the order that I applied them on my face. This SPF, I really think it's a very nice product. It was hydrating, it was glowing, it was a really nice texture, like lotion-like, very light. I really wish she would skip on a fragrance. As far as the primer, I like it. I have nothing bad to say about it. It was really nice and smoothing. It was applied really nicely on skin, like really melted into my skin. It was also somewhat hydrating. It does feel like a high quality product. However, I really don't think you need to run and get it because there are more affordable products that you can get that are probably as good. As far as the blur and skin tint, I liked how flexible the coverage is, and it was so easy to apply with a brush. It has this thin consistency, however, it gave you a really nice coverage, and it is also a flexible coverage. You can definitely control how much coverage you get from this product. I like it. I think it's a nice product. As far as this eye brightener, this is probably the only product that I see myself never reach for again because of my personal preference. I like a little bit more coverage. I do like at least medium to buildable full coverage under my eyes or around my eyes area. It was a nice hydrating product. It doesn't really build up, so it does have that lighter coverage. So if you like that, you will like this. About the bronzers, I really like the cream bronzer. I think you really can't overdo it. I really think that all the statements on this cream bronzer are true. I really like the shade. If you don't like a lot of bronzer, if you like something that's kind of giving you a hint of warmth, you see that it did give me the definition. However, it is not overpowering, and it was so easy to blend. It's really a like fuss-free formula. If you are new to cream products, I think this is a good one to start with if you don't mind spending a little extra. You really can't mess it up. This matte bronzer I also really like. I think this is a very light formula. I like that there is really no fallout on this. The undertone is right. Maybe if I go with a deeper shade, I can also contour, but this is a really nice light bronzer. You guys know how difficult it is to find bronzers when you're fair skin that gives you like a really nice neutral undertone. This is spot on. The cream blush formula is fine if you like a very light hint of color. The statements are all true on the product. It does give you a hint of color. It blends into your skin, and it is a sheer formula. My cream blush ranking video should be already live when you're watching this video. You will see this blush there as well. The powder foundation is fine, you guys. Definitely this product has so much hype when it was launched, and I couldn't get my hands on it for the longest time because my shade was sold out forever. And when I got it, I really think this is a good quality product. However, it's not the powder foundation that I would expect. It does say it is a light to full coverage range, which is very unusual for me to see in the powder foundation products. I do have a ton of powder foundations. I do love them, and I do have a lot to compare to. This is definitely not a common thing to see. But the quality overall is really nice. It's very thin. It mattifies everything. It does not look powdery or cakey on your skin. And I feel like it would be also a good retouching product. If you use it, then you can take it with you to retouch throughout the day because the formula is so light. As far as this mini highlighter that I happen to use as my eyeshadow today. So this is how I am going to be using it. This is going to be sitting with my single eyeshadows. This is a very beautiful formula. It is creamy. It is pigmented. It's high shine. I think as a highlighter, it would be a really great. However, this shade definitely did not work for me. And as far as mascara, I'm actually quite impressed. It did take me some time to build this up. However, I really like the natural bristle brush. Initially, I thought that this mascara had so many statements that it's almost like impossible to do it all in one. However, I thought it was actually really decent. It definitely has this interesting brush. I really like the effect from it, and I like how it's holding the curl. This is not a wear test video. However, I do notice that my T-zone starts becoming shiny. So I know that all these products are very glowy, they're skincare infused, and they feel really nice on skin and they look really nice on skin. However, I start becoming shiny on my T-zone. This is a pretty short period of time, like 30-40 minutes after application, when I start getting glowy on my T-zone. Usually I would last like 3, 4 and plus hours. I think the majority of the shine did come from the SPF moisturizer. Everything else seemed to be somewhat hydrating, but it's controllable. So for my oily people out there, something for you to keep in mind. You guys, I'm also looking at my under eye area, and I'm not really loving what I'm seeing. It does settle under my eyes right here where my fine lines are, and not terribly, but it does even after I set it with the powder. And then it also does clump up here in this area where I have my irritation, and it does have texture, and it does look like it clumps up on this area as well. It's almost like an uneven application kind of, but this side definitely looks really bad. So this sums up my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you enjoyed it, like this video, give this a thumb up. It helps my channel out. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.